artists, creatives, designers, welcome to DreamAloudArt. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have an amazing guest this evening. We have Bombster Foo, y'all. Bombster Foo. We're going to have to get it right. We got to get it right. And so if you're just coming through and you're just poking around and you're like, oh, what are these two talking about or whatever, do yourself a favor, go ahead and follow DreamAloudArt. And once you follow DreamAloudArt, make sure you subscribe by clicking the link in my bio on YouTube, okay? Subscribe on YouTube so you can see the full interview, okay? Full interview. Instagram only holds 15 minutes, okay? Which is great, but that, look, it ain't enough. So make sure that you subscribe so you can see the whole entire interview, all right? So let's go ahead and jump right in with Bombster Foo. So wait a minute. Tell us where you're from. I see the four. You had something like 410. What did you have on your?
Baltimore. You already know what it is. Stand up.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. All right, Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
All right. Like keep me straight. That's what's up. So for some of the people that they're just getting to know who you are, they haven't explored your page or anything just yet. What exactly do you do, or what's your main focus, or what focuses do you have? Educate us.
Well, I've been doing art ever since I was young, like a kid.
Yeah.
I was that kid at the kindergarten table, at the drawing table, where everybody else were playing with blocks and cars and stuff. I was drawing with the animals and Power Rangers, and Barney. But I've always been doing art, but I've always been doing, I could do everything. So I graduated from VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond.
Nice. Y'all, that's down the street from me, by the way.
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm really relating here. All right.
So I majored in communication arts. So it's basically any art that you can actually communicate with. So I did even improv dance. I even did like photography, video game design. It was a whole bunch of stuff. And that's me. I can do anything. I'm like a one-stop shop. So I do logos to paintings, to murals, to digital paintings, everything. Anything you name, you know, I like to, life is short. Why not try it?
That's right. That's right. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, hold on. First of all, I think that it's I respect that. I respect being able to work with different mediums and just dive into different areas, period. And I was the same way when I was more hands-on as an artist. I just engaged in a lot of different things. And, you know, it's a blessing to be good, whatever that, you know, good is, but to be, but to love it and have that passion behind it.
Right, definitely.
Most definitely. Okay, all right, so let's rewind. Okay, you've been doing this, you know, all your life, but was there a point, or has it always been with you? It almost sounds like it's always been with you to dive into creativity, or was there a point where you were like, you know what, let me put more focus and more energy into this? What was that like for you, or has it always been this excitement of creativity?
I've been blessed to been growing up in a family that always supported me and doing whatever I want. So shout out to my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come visit you after this quarantine.
All right, yeah.
But they always enrolled me into like art summer school down at the Baltimore School of Arts, the Twigs program. I went to Carter Center Arts and Technology. Shout out to my boy Otis. You watching right now? He went there.
All right. What's up, Otis?
Yes, sir. And I've always been just doing it, but I think really when I got my first big break, that's when I was like, and I actually started getting paid for it. That's when I got like, it lit like a fire under me, and it's like, wow, like people actually like my work and they're willing to pay for it. So that happened after when I came back from Korea, because I actually, when I graduated from VCU, I didn't get a job in DC because, you know, as a parent, you know, you want to, as a son, you want to make your parents proud. So try to get a job ASAP after you graduate. Try to get a job at the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. They wanted me to do more video stuff than I was capable at that time of doing. But I'm more illustration work. So I didn't get that job, but the same day I got denied that job, I got accepted into teaching English in Korea. So I did that. I had like a week to decide if I wanted to do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go with it. And
wait, what part of Korea? What part of Korea? My sister lived in Korea for 3 years.
So I lived in the country. So with the teach and learn in Korea, they really put you in a rural area. So I was near like
Oh
I
wow.
was in Yeongcheon. So no Daegu, you know Daegu? It's like the third biggest city in Korea. So
Daegu?
Daegu, yeah, Daegu,
I'm not
Daegu,
familiar. I promise
yeah.
my sister is. She's the
But she
one who
probably up in
knows.
Seoul though.
Maybe
Is she in?
she's on the live. She'll probably drop some comments there. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
she'll probably drop something. Okay, so you were there how long?
2.5 years.
Nice. Oh my goodness. That's quite an opportunity. I lived in Japan for 16
Mhm.
months, so
I
to
love
me
Japan.
that the overseas experience was like wow. I mean, yeah, a
Definitely.
lot to take in. So then after that time frame, you came back.
Hey, she knows she visited there.
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
Daegu. Well, she said Daegu. Did you say Daegu?
Yeah, Daegu. Yeah, it's Daegu. Taegu is like yeah.
Oh, okay. She's the one who knows. So yeah, Daegu. She always talks about Daegu, but yeah,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
All right. So you came back to the States.
And I went back to a 9 to 5. I worked back at Lids, so the hat store, so selling hats,
Yes.
embroidery hats and stuff.
Right.
So even though it was at a mall job, I didn't want to do it. I was thinking always the silver lining, you know. So I learned how to embroider. So now I can embroider my own clothes if I want to. I know how to work the machine.
You learned how to embroider? Wait, let me read
So
really?
there's a embroider machine, like you can get like the signatures of players on the hats and stuff. So they do all that type of stuff. So when Kobe passed away, Liz did a thing where it was like they give out free embroidery Kobe signatures on the hats.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Jeez.
I worked there
But you
for
know
about
how to do that. You know how to work the machine for it? That's incredible. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue, please.
Part of the job. But
wow.
And then I got approached one day, like on Facebook. I got a message and by this woman who said she went to school with me when I was little. So I was like, okay, cool. And we had a mutual friend, and she said, hey, I was wanting to get my husband. I mean, he wants some paintings. They just moved in their new house. And I was like, sure, why not? And I was like, cool. I'm gonna, you know, I'm used to working like maybe 30 by 40. So something like this size, 30 by 40 is like the biggest size area, you know. So I was like, okay, cool. Get paid for it, and I don't have to do stuff for free anymore. So I jumped at the thing.
That's right.
I went up to go meet her, and come to like I've never been out to the Baltimore County. I've always been in Baltimore City. So I went out there, and the houses keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the next thing I see is just like turn right with the navigation. And it was like houses in the low millions. And I'm like, all right, where am I at? Like, who's the person I'm going to go see?
Right.
So pull up in the driveway, it was like MTV Cribs, all white cars. It was like the biggest house, go up to the big doors, ding dong the bell. And she came out, she's like, Brian, long time no see. I was like, I didn't recognize her, but you know, we all grew up. So I was like, yeah.
Wow.
Then, you know, she called her husband up, and this dude is like 6'4" at a time, like maybe close to 300 pounds. And he's a big dude. And I was like, okay, this guy must play a sport. So he was like, yeah, come downstairs. And they were putting in like the movie theater. They were just, the pools getting built. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
Gracious.
So he walked me back to his home gym. And he was like, I want you to paint my whole gym for me, like these 5 walls. And then I was like, I brought this small measuring tape. I brought this small measuring tape. And I was like, all right, cool. Let me measure this and let me give you a guesstimation of how much it costs. And so they leave.
Right.
And then I'm like, all right, what was his name? Eugene? What was her last name? Monroe. I Googled it, and then come to find out, we just got him. The Baltimore Ravens just picked him up from the Jaguars. Offensive lineman. Yeah. And I was like, I was hyped because I'm a big Ravens fan. I'm a diehard Ravens fan.
Oh my gosh. Right. I've seen that on your page. Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
So yeah, I did 5 paintings. I basically worked the whole summer over there and got to know him and his kids. I'm like the uncle of his children now. And like we're best friends.
That's beautiful. That is what a connection.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about who you know too. So I'm blessed that because a lot of opportunities came through him as well too. Like working in the cannabis industry, I worked in at his he was the first NFL player, active NFL player, to speak against the NFL and said start using cannabis instead of opioids, and they dropped him.
Oh my
But he invested in one of the biggest cannabis companies coming up right now, so he's set for life. And now you know he's been in CNN just out there spreading the word, and now the NFL's not banning or just suspending players anymore, so it's pretty cool. And
good gracious. That just opened
now
up
I'm
the
in
world.
DC now, so from Baltimore to DC now, it's been a cool 4 years, but interesting as well. So
goodness, so that just opened up a world of opportunities. God,
yeah,
that is exciting. I can only imagine what you were feeling at that moment when you realized exactly who you're working with, and even just the project alone, just to paint all the walls in their gym and everything. Gee, ooh, that's awesome. That is awesome. So tell us a little bit more, because we have the visuals in front of us, and to those that don't know what it's, you already know what it is, but educate our viewers on what exactly you have with you. And you're getting a little bit pixelated here. I don't know if you have another device around there, but you're getting a little bit pixelated. Just a little bit there.
Spotty. Is it better now or no?
No. Now you're just frozen. Okay, that's better. That's better. Much better. Yes, much better. That's better. All right, so tell us what we have in front of us here.
So for this one right here, this is pretty recent, I would say, when Kobe passed away. You know, that affected us all. That shocked us all. I remember. I think everybody knows where we were when we heard about that news. Yeah. And it felt like, as an artist, it like we have to use our talents to express and and to share with the world. So I did this piece with Kobe and Nipsey and Gianna up in heaven, and this post actually went pretty viral. Like Steven Jackson posted it. Like over couple 100,000 people seen it. So we raised about $1,800 for the Prince, and I donated to the Mamba Foundation as well. So and this is another Kobe piece as well.
And that's this is a digital one. You do this all digital, right? Okay.
I'm big on digital because it helps me save on materials.
Right. Oh, I get it. I digitally illustrated a lot of pieces, so I get you. Yeah, I love that. Those colors are so strong. It's lovely. I love it. And so, how long did it take you? I'm going to rewind because I did have some questions about the painting back there. How long did it take you to do that one?
I usually did all of these in less than a day because I want. Because that's the thing. It's all about being current, like viral, and to get it out there. You gotta know like the hashtags that are being used that day. And so you gotta do it before anybody else does it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's powerful to be able to produce it quickly. That is very powerful as an artist.
And that's why I love visual art. Too. Because you won't have to paint the whole thing by hand. You can just fill it in, drop like a paint bucket. It's a lot easier now.
And work it out.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to, of course, with Kobe passing away, yes, that was inspiration into action with your painting in the back. But how does one determine what they're going to paint? It's like, okay, I know that this has occurred. How am I going to express this? And why did you choose what you chose?
So what happened was when I do my art on somebody or something, I like to watch documentaries or just interviews or just like the music, like a rapper, Jay-Z, I listen to his music or something, or Kid Cudi or something, to actually get in tune with it. And that's what I did with the Mamba Mentality pieces, because I went back and went to his interviews when he talked about what is the Mamba mentality. And that really inspired me. And he had a quote, what is it? Don't stop at the middle, stop at the end. And I think everybody goes through life like that, because we might keep feel comfortable at some point, and we just get let up on the gas pedal a little bit. When
little
Kobe
bit.
always had it down, pedal to the metal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that's why we gotta keep on going and going. That's why his drive is like, he is so inspirational. That's why he's one of the best, if not the best. You know what I'm saying, out there doing this. And
yeah, absolutely.
I think anybody, I talk to other friends and stuff messaging me, and from even being a parent, you know, girl dad, like, he was the role model of everything that he did. So I think that's why it affected so many people. My friend hit me up, he just had like a newborn baby, and he said, you know, I want to be a better parent. You know, I want to be like how Kobe was for his, you know, I want to be better for mine. So I was like, yeah, he was very powerful, like a big, powerful public figure.
Oh, definitely. And just the reminder of the kind of impact that he has had on millions of people's lives is, I mean, I can't even begin to say it in words, really. It's just seeing all of the responses to his life and his dedications out here. Yeah, that's pretty serious. I don't know what you did, but you're like super clear now. I don't know what happened.
We just rebooted it. We just refreshed it.
I'm with it because you're like crystal clear now. Okay, so now I'm gonna just make reference or just look at a couple of your most recent posts, which this one's really powerful, and I'm gonna like that. I have this thing sometimes I'll just look at a bunch of photos and I'm like, I like it, but I don't actually physically like it, so I just physically liked it.
Okay.
But this one I'm gonna just kind of share with our viewers a bit here, and this is more of like perhaps documenting the times.
What's going on right now?
What's going on right now, which I think that's solid. I like that one. Now this one, I love this one.
You know that, bro?
I saw that, I was like, no, he didn't. Like,
corduroy the band.
I loved corduroy growing up. So why corduroy? Where
Well,
did it come from?
Again, with Richmond, Virginia, with round 2, Sean Witherspoon, he had the shop there, and now they're going nationwide. They just opened a shop in Chicago. They're in New York.
I love that.
They started in Richmond, Virginia, on Broad Street. You know.
I love that. I love the growth. Yeah, exactly. I'm with
and so he had a collab with Nike, Sean Witherspoon shoes that actually incorporated, you know, all types of colors of corduroy. Oh, that just popped in my head. Corduroy. Corduroy the bear. He's wearing the shoes there. So there you go.
Is this what you're talking about? Your friend?
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy. That is wild. I'm sorry.
So I just I was like, I had to. You know, with the polo bear, a lot of people do it with the polo bear.
Okay.
You know, so this is corduroy the bear. This is even going way back.
Right, but I love that. This is so weird. Okay, because I'm like, now you did this. Like, you did this round 2 one?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Oh my God. See, this is why I have this platform. So I can like truly express how I feel when I like realize what y'all are doing out here in these streets. I'm just like, oh my God. Okay. That's beautiful. All right, so we have a couple of questions in the queue here, and let's see, it's Q&A time. So thanks for that time for answering some of my questions and giving us the feedback. So now we're going to jump in and see what kind of questions we got here. Okay, so we have one from the one and only semi-decent artist. She says, "What was your main inspirations for painting? Period, like painting in general."
So I actually learned how to paint in high school. Shout out to Miss McDaniel. I know you go by Miss Shovlin, but she taught me how to paint. And I remember that day because, and was oil painting. So this is the first time doing oils. Usually I did acrylics and stuff, but this was a whole nother ball.
Oil, shout out to you. I'm a watercolor girl, so shout out.
Hey, respect for y'all. That's pretty hard too.
It can be challenging.
It is.
Go ahead.
But I remember she told us, she was like, hey, it's as simple as shapes. And I was like looking at her crazy, like, you lying. Like, why are we talking about shapes? And
really?
then she was like, no, you have to see the shapes and piece them together. You have to squint. And then I was like, you know, I'm the class clown, so I was like, squint. Like, I'm already, look at my eyes. I'm already squinting. If I squint more, I can't see nothing. But yeah, but no, I remember I did a painting on my brother. I remember, and oh man, it's one of still my favorite paintings, and it looked really good. I was like, wow, she was right. It's all about pieces and putting them together, like seeing like how the colors and different colors come and piece them together. And so,
wait, so what was the final piece? What was the final artwork?
I don't have it here. It's at my mom's house, of course.
Oh, okay, okay. All right,
but it's in our room where we shared our room and stuff. But it's my brother reading a comic book, Foxtrot, if you don't know that comic book. But yeah, and I just worked off that, and I was like, one of my favorites actually looked like my brother. It's like,
right.
It's hard to do portraits because, you know, it has to look like them. But once I got that, like, I was like, wow, I can do this, you know? And I started just painting more, and that's why I'm getting back to this year. I have this great series in mind, no pun intended, but you know what I'm saying, like, stay tuned for that. I'm excited I got a cool series.
That stay tuned.
Yeah, tune. So you spell tune TOOONED, like a tune, like a cartoon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's my thing. Everybody knows me as that. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So that's something, and I guess we'll get to that because you said that's something you plan on putting out there. Right, that's like an upcoming project.
Yeah, because I do want to start painting more on canvas instead of getting away from digital. Start painting again like that.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, okay, that's exciting. Okay, all right. So let's continue with the questions because I have more questions stemming from that question. But let's go back to the cards here. My little deck of cards. Okay, we have one from Alanosis who asks, what has been your greatest obstacle as an artist?
I would say myself. And that's
I hear this. I hear this often. So your perspective, yourself.
Everybody's their worst critic. You know? Everybody's a perfectionist when it comes to yourself. You know?
Yeah.
So even if I think it's a good work, I always see some flaws here or there. Like, you know, everybody, I'm pretty sure when you save a copy that you think is the final copy of the work, and you're about to upload it, and then you see something, and you're like, oh no, I gotta go back. I renamed. Let me try that in green.
Let me change that one.
I gotta rename the files. Like, you gotta see it. I have like 20 different edits, and it's like, this is the final copy .jpeg. Like, for real, exclamation point. It's like, yeah.
My sister's on this live, and she has seen me go through that. That is so crazy that you say that, because I thought it was me.
No, you're not the
came
only
to that
one.
moment. Yeah, it's like I have 8 different variations of the same thing, and it's just like, why? She might be like, why? And I'm like, you don't see it.
And the worst part is when you upload it and people start liking it, and then you recognize, you're like, no.
Isn't that something? Oh my God, we've had this conversation before, so yeah. It gets real. It's really real.
But yeah, also just pushing yourself and just completing it. It's just like what my mom told me to do, or just like what does Steve Jobs say? You gotta keep on producing. You know, produce, keep putting things out, because you never know who might see it. So I do go through.
Stay steady.
I do go through depression, like at some points as an artist, because you go ups and downs. You have highs and things don't work out how you want to. You know, like that's how life is. But you have to learn how to get back into your creative mode. And how I learned is to go out and talk to people, because sometimes when I do talk to people and they ask you, oh, what do you do, an artist? And here's another thing about artists. When people say I'm an artist, they always think I'm a rapper or like to do music. I do that too, but they automatically think.
But
when you say an artist, they think you're a rapper and stuff like that. So when people say, oh, I'm an artist, and I give them like, oh, you're an artist. I'm like, what? No, I'm an artist, a painter. You know, like, I do everything that's an artist, but I don't know why people think you automatically want to give them a mixtape or something.
Yeah, it's funny how sometimes people's minds will go to one thing.
Right.
One thing, you know, so, but go ahead. I understand.
And so talking to people just basically, and I'm telling you what I've already telling them what I've already accomplished, it kind of like inspires me. I'm like, hey, I have done a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's why, you know, I could stay in my room all day. I'm like an introvert, extrovert, or ambivert, whatever it's called.
Right,
it's like I can't. I'm good by myself, but to actually get motivated, inspired, I gotta go out. You know, I gotta go to the gym, work out, and I might talk to somebody at the gym or something. Blah blah blah.
But that interaction, as you said, sometimes I do solo videos for like IGTV and everything. And I make those things a topic of discussion because sometimes artists may not realize how powerful it is to actually communicate with other artists. I didn't do that. Like, I was like, I could do this, like I could do me, and I'm gonna just do my thing. And don't get me wrong, when I was a hands-on artist, I did very well. But then looking back in retrospect, it's like I could have been a lot more powerful working with other artists, just communicating and getting in the community, period. You know, so yeah, that's powerful. I'm glad that you did mention that. Good stuff. Now I think we have another new question. Okay. I'm going to post out one, and then we're going to move on to the reverse roll. So let me open this on up. Okay. What mediums have you tried? Okay, so we'll ask this one here. What medium haven't you tried that you want to dabble in next? The hashtag stay tuned. So. Yes, sir.
Shout out to my boy Otis right there.
Okay.
VCU. He went to my high school and college. So,
yeah. Wow, y'all got some good history.
Yeah, Baltimore in here.
All right, that's what's up. So,
medium.
What's the feedback?
So I've already done acrylic oil. I've done spray paint, but I'm just thinking another medium. Like, I love doing mixed mediums. That's one of my favorites.
Nice.
Whatever, just throwing them together. But also, yeah, I would say watercolor. I think I want to
watercolor.
Get a little bit better with that because I've seen some artists that I followed, and it's like, okay, like black and gray. Because might start with that because different colors coming in. That's a whole different ball game. So I think watercolor. Yeah. I think watercolor would be cool.
Yeah, challenge, that'd be, a new challenge. Even for me to, we were talking about painting, but like, that's a bit, whenever I feel like something feels a little intimidating, that's a good sign that I would probably grow from trying that out. So like oil, for example, like, to me it's just like, that sounds like pressure. Oh my God. But it might be very rewarding, I might learn something.
Exactly, and here's another thing why I like to go or dabble into different mediums is because what people don't really think about is that there's a whole different audience behind those mediums.
Ooh, wow.
So fine art, I would say it's more upcity, more, classy type thing. And if people don't like your work, then there's street art. So behind street art, there's hip hop, there's music, there's a whole different culture behind there. There's culture behind every type of art and medium. So that's why you never know. If you don't try, then you never know what you like or what people may gravitate to. So
that is very powerful. I literally want to jot that down. I think I'm gonna jot that down right now. Because let me put that down, audience. Okay, I'll know what I'm talking about. But I have never thought of that before, and that is so powerful. I'm just glad that you said that. So I'm gonna have to make that a discussion, like a real discussion. I'll probably make a video about that.
Right.
That is huge. And even though I've dabbled in other, just different mediums from photography to painting to digital illustrations, but I didn't even think of that. I was just trying to express all the things that I'm able to do. But that was powerful. Okay. All right. Well, I'm marinating on that one. So thank you so much, Bombsters, for answering those questions from our viewers too. So now we're going to move on to the reverse roles. Do you have any questions for me?
How long have you been doing what you're doing right now? Like, do you have doing this before that Instagram and you were doing like clubs or just like Facebook or something like that? Or
that's a good question. No, I have never. This is the first time that I've ever done interviews with other people. But you know what's so interesting as far as how life works is that I'm an instructor. I'm a teacher. Okay. And so it's like, even though I haven't done this format, I'm used to having an audience. Growing up, I've been in front of the camera. Like I've it's almost like my skills and talents and experience are just being used in a different way now. Okay. You know, so that's why it just kind of flows. For me, it's been both performance and visual art growing up. Okay, so I sang, I was in chorus, and I'm just, it's like this comes very natural to me, you know. So sometimes throughout my life, actually quite a few times, I'll get into something that seems new, and then people are like, "You've been doing this a long time, haven't you?" And I'm like, "No." Right. I'm like, "Not really. It's just been like a month or two." So I just started doing interviews, IG live interviews in February. Yeah, it was that. Yeah. It's so much fun. So much fun. I love it. Right. And so, the viewers love it too. So because they get to see y'all in a whole new domain.
So how long have you been doing art?
Oh my God. I mean, that goes, ever since I can remember.
There you go.
Ever since I can remember. And so, a little bit of pressure coming from our tribe, like, oh my God, we want to see your work. And I'm just like, so I still have my Instagram page with my gallery of all my digital illustrations, and I had a YouTube channel. Oh, I just had a whole lot. But this is a different stage in my life where I feel more fulfilled sharing this space with other artists than I did when I was hands-on as an artist. And that I was already passionate about that, but this like crazily excites me, and I love it. You know, I love to see y'all grow. I love to see you do your thing, and I love to share it. You know?
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need in the art community. You know? Is to you know, help each other out and just give the spotlight to the next person, and that I see that what's happening right now. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very rewarding. So is that's all the questions you got? I was hanging out on those questions, but
yeah.
Probably okay. All right, cool. So we're going to round, and thank you for your questions too. So we're going to kind of round it out. We're going to close it out with a little bit of word game and a couple of questions for kicks. So you seem like someone who's you seem kind of quick-witted.
Witty. Witty, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's good. So this should be interesting. Now, have you ever heard of the word game before, or have an idea of what it's about?
I believe so, because I shout out to my boy Diz. You know what I'm saying? I popped up on his live with his interview, so I saw the recap of it. So I saw like a little bit of word game here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just the way that like our energy on the interview. He had me cracking up so bad.
Yeah. I saw. He was saying
I was in so many tears.
Yeah, the first thing that came to his head, and you were like, "What?"
But yes, okay. So you have an idea. I say a word. You say the first thing that comes to mind. Okay, no right or wrong answer. You don't seem like you're a very nervous person, so I don't think you get it. Sometimes some people are like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna? It's okay. It's all good.
Bring it.
So here we go. All right, I'm just gonna ask you 10 questions, or 10 words. I'm gonna say 10 words, and then I'm gonna ask just a couple of questions for kicks.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right, here we go. First word is nice.
Nice kicks. Shout out the nice
kicks. Okay. All right. Very good. Acceptable. Next word is sweet.
Sweet. Sour Patch. I love my Sour Patch.
Sour Patch. Those are good.
The watermelon ones. You know what I'm saying? Ooh.
I have. You know what? I just tried some about a month ago, and I was like, where have I been?
Yeah, I didn't know they have so many flavors. I went to Five Below, and they got all the flavors. It's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm going to try the little pack.
Yeah, they have all types of gummy worms and stuff. I was like, oh, whole nother run.
Oh, yeah? Wait, are gummies your thing?
I love gummies, yeah.
Your go-to candy?
Okay. Yeah, that or Skittles.
Hold on.
That's a whole nother run, too. The wild berry.
I love Skittles. Oh, my God. You got me started. I haven't thought about Skittles in a long time. But okay, cool. So your next word is young.
Young. Just, I guess me. People tell me I'll be like, oh yeah, how old are you? And I'll be like, oh, 30, and they're like, oh, that's young. But it's like,
oh, you're
no,
young.
I'm old. What do you mean? Young.
Look, old is
I'm old but young.
So stay young.
Yeah, forever young.
Okay. Next word is love. Next word is love.
Love is in the air. I don't know. It's in
Love
the
is in the
air.
air.
But Corona's in the air as well. So watch out now. You can't go out there. Love is out there. Springtime. But people can't go out there. It's crazy because now people are trying to be like, get their quarantine booze now. But it's like too late now because the lockdown is real now.
It is, right. Now that's facts. Okay, you got me started. You said love is in the air, but so is Corona. All right.
Yeah, it's real.
The next word, well, we got 5 more words. Next word is dollar.
Dollar. Just,
What's going on?
I remember I sold my first painting for $1. Like I remember.
Wow.
It was a drawing.
Wow.
It wasn't even a painting. It was a drawing.
It was a drawing.
Yeah, for
$1. Hey.
That's where it all starts. As an artist, as a kid, you get that $1. It's like, what?
It's like, hold everything. No,
Yeah.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. And I did a lot of work for free, so I totally understand.
Don't be all. We still do that sometimes.
Right. I got you. All right, next word is geek.
Geek. I mean, that's Baltimore slang. Like, I mean, just like you geeking, you know.
Right. I got you.
Geek.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. Acceptable. Next word is drink.
Drink or drank?
I guess drink is your answer.
Drink.
Drink or drink. All right. Only a couple more after this one. Tolerate.
I just think of Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill? Wait, why?
Hateration, toleration.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I think you're talking about Mary. Is it Mary J?
Is it Mary J?
I think so.
Oh, man.
But that's funny. It's still funny.
But yeah, that lyric right there.
Hateration,
toleration,
toleration. I can't deal with you, Bouncer. All right. Next word is dope.
Dope is just, I mean, one of the most overused words, but it's so dope. It's just a dope word that you can't stop saying it.
I think about that.
Dope is just.
When I do my story posts, like I'm like, oh my god, did I already say dope on the last one? Because I hate to say it over again, But yeah,
exactly. It's like you try to stray away from it, but it's like oh shit, that's dope.
Well, how else can I express this? It's dope. Like that's the only thing.
It's funny how far we came from. Like dope back in the day was drugs, of course, and nowadays little kids are like that's dope.
Yeah, exactly.
Adults are like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And the police is like, hold up, wait a minute.
Okay, and your final word is slipping.
Man, slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up.
Oh no, you hit us with that X lyric. Oh my god.
DMX. Yeah, Dark Man X.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I probably channeled my inner DMX when I wrote that word down. I was like, slipping. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for playing the word game there. Now I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions for kicks, just to dig and see how you respond to certain questions. Okay. Just 2 questions. So first question, name someone who you believe you would either be starstruck to meet or you'd highly respect. Okay. You'd either be starstruck, like, whoa, or it's just someone that you highly respect.
Man, there's so many, but I would say probably I don't think I would be starstruck, but
Yeah, or just someone that you would, you'd be like, oh man, I met that person.
I've always wanted to meet. I mean, I already did meet Kid Cudi, but I want to give art to Kid Cudi. That's the thing. Like, he's helped me so much through my life and stuff. So actually,
wait, who has?
Actually did a painting of this right here.
Oh my God.
It's part of my mental health series right here. I mean, move the camera.
Oh snap! Hold on. Hold on. What are we gonna see here?
So,
Ooh.
so it's basically off illustrated
Oh my
from
gosh.
"Trapped in My Mind," from one of my favorite songs, and of course
Wow.
he dealt with mental health. A lot of the whole world has it's really finally not being swept under the rug. You know, that mental health
Right.
is an issue. But yeah, it's basically him hiding behind a mask, like he's happy, like everything's fine,
Right.
but really behind he's not, and his brain is just like wanting his track, like, you know. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is powerful.
So
Monster, you're hitting us with all kinds of ammo. I wasn't ready.
he wasn't ready.
I'm telling you, not at all. Like, wow. Wait, did you post anything about that? No?
I did. It's like this series I did. Hold on, I can show you the other pieces.
Okay.
I did a Kanye West piece. That's another person I want to meet too. I was thinking, would I be starstruck if I meet Kanye? But he's such a down to earth guy that I don't think so. But
Right.
And then I did one of Chester, R.I.P. from Linkin Park as well.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? This is totally unexpected. That's beautiful. They all are. Gracious.
Yeah.
Got a whole lot of heart action. Everybody started throwing the hearts earlier. Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Man. All right, Monster, I've got I'm quadrupled the respect here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, okay.
Some there, full surprise.
All right, cool. Well, I'll just round it with it. I almost feel like you may have answered the next question in ways too, because the next question was if you had a creative project that you needed to work with a particular musician on, what would it be? I almost feel like that
the mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, that's awesome. So yeah, well, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing more of anything that you produce. And if there's anything that I can do to assist or just share with my tribe, then just let me know. I always put it out there. I'm like, if you just want to be like, yo, I just did this, just drop this. I have people who will tag me and say, hey, I'd like. The last gentleman I interviewed, Bryant, he's like, yo, I just put out these jackets, and I'm like, I want to share it with our art community,
Nice.
So yeah, I am very excited for your growth.
Thank you.
Most definitely. Yes, and do you have any other things you want to let people know about as far as upcoming projects, and give us a shout out perhaps of another artist you just want to holler at or anything like that?
I would say the next project I really want to start on is the series that I said earlier.
Yes.
So I'll get back to painting on canvas, acrylic or oil or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I think that's another thing is a lot of people ask probably how you be successful as an artist or to get that light on you. And what I can give out is and that's when you have to focus on one thing. That's why a series is focused on one thing.
Yeah.
I'm always all over the place. So by having me, work on a series, it helps me stay on topic and
stay on that focus, right?
And then that's how people will know you as. A lot of people are, as an artist that blow up, are known for one thing, that they did.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Like, so this thing that I have in mind is genius. And it all started back in high school. So everything's back in circle. And I've been putting that on the shelf for so long, but I was like, you know what? Like, with this quarantine and just like what's happening now, it's like I think it's a good time to.
The timing, yes, I support that. I wholeheartedly do. And I think that it is a powerful topic that has been ignored in ways, but now it's becoming something that's acceptable to at least put some light on. There's no need to act like this stuff doesn't exist. It's just like it's real life. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Monster. I'm so excited. I can't say that enough. I think I'm saying excited, kind of like dope. Like I'm saying that a lot. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I appreciate you dedicating your time to be here with us for this interview, okay? And shout out to all of our viewers. Thank you so much for joining us.
Stay tuned.
Most definitely. And then if you don't mind, after I post the video, if you could drop it in the comments for artists that you think I would probably be put on too, you know, because that's how I've that's how I've ended up interviewing several artists, because you know, y'all are telling me about other folks. So I never get tired of art. Like, I never get tired, so I will be looking all the time. So yeah, I certainly appreciate that.
All right,
so peace to everybody. Make sure that you follow Bombster_Foo, okay? Make sure you follow.
So the way to say my name is a different way you say it. So it's Bombster_Foo, like that. It goes up. So he a
Bombster_Foo.
He a fool with it. So he a fool. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You know,
it feels better to say it like that too. It's like Bombster_Foo.
Bombster_Foo, because he a fool with it. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
There you go. She on it.
I got you now. All right. See the light bulb. So make sure you follow Bombster_Foo. I gotta exercise that. I gotta practice that Bombster_Foo. Okay?
There you go.
Make sure you follow him and support him in his movement, because once again, when you support other artists, you are supporting your own movement, y'all, okay? It only makes sense. Okay. And of course, go to the link in my bio, subscribe on YouTube so you can see the full interview, so you can be notified, all right? So you don't have to track us down. It makes it easy, okay? So peace, everybody, from here to the far east, as I always say. And Bombster_Foo.
Stay tuned, y'all.
I love it. I'm going to close out on this end, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Have a good night. All right, y'all. So thank you once again for joining us on another successful interview. So I'm going to close out this live, and then I'm going to open up my live again in case you have some questions about the previous interview, or if you just have questions for me. And you know, I will always have questions for you. So peace. Let me get off of this live. Peace, y'all.